Ready to deep dive. This time, we're taking a close look at chat marketing.
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
And to get specific, we're going to be focusing on this platform called ManyChat.
Okay. ManyChat.
And you've probably seen chat marketing in action, right? Those automated conversations
Yeah.
that you see more and more these days.
Like on Instagram.
Exactly, yeah. On platforms like Instagram or WhatsApp, even Facebook Messenger. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're popping up everywhere.
So we're going to really take a deep dive today.
Okay.
We're going to be looking specifically at content from ManyChat's own website.
Makes sense. Straight from the source.
To try to figure out, is this thing living up to the hype?
Yeah. Is it the real deal?
And could it actually, help you level up your marketing effort?
Practical stuff. Love it.
So first things first, ManyChat describes itself as a platform used by over 1 million businesses.
Wow, 1 million.
To automate conversations and ultimately to drive leads, sales, and conversions.
Those are the magic words. Leads, sales, conversions.
The big three, right?
Yep.
And they also claim to have handled over 4 billion conversations in over 170 countries.
Seriously. 4 billion conversations. That's a lot of chatting.
Yeah, and they even position themselves as the #1 platform in the space.
Bold claim.
So those are some big numbers.
Yeah, those are eye-catching for sure. But, I mean, it's easy to throw big numbers around. I'm more interested in what's the substance behind those claims. Do they actually deliver on what they're promising?
Well, that's a good question. Let's break down the specific benefits that they highlight.
Okay, let's get into the details.
So they emphasize 5 key points.
5 key points, okay.
First, they talk about supercharging lead generation.
Lead generation. Okay, so that's capturing leads, right?
Yeah, so they say you can capture emails and phone numbers and automatically add those leads to your database.
So streamlining that whole process.
Exactly. So you're turning essentially those casual interactions you might have into valuable contacts.
Makes sense, yeah. Building up that contact list for future marketing.
Exactly, for your future marketing.
Sounds good in theory, but I guess the question is, do these leads actually convert? I mean, anyone can collect contact information, but are these high-quality leads? People who are actually interested in what you're offering. That's what really matters at the end of the day.
That's a really great point. And that kind of leads us into their next claim, which is all about increased conversion rates.
Okay, conversion rates. So that's turning those leads into actual customers.
Precisely, yeah. So they're suggesting that you can re-engage these leads without relying on those sometimes expensive retargeting ads.
Those ads that follow you around the internet after you've visited a website?
Yes, exactly. And they even go so far as to claim up to a 90% increase in conversion rates.
90%? Wow, that's a bold claim. I'd be curious to see the data behind that number. 90% across the board seems unlikely, don't you think? I mean, there are so many factors that influence conversion rates. I wonder if they're accounting for all those different variables.
Yeah, it's important to always be a little bit skeptical.
Definitely.
Of those, big flashy numbers that get thrown around in marketing.
For sure. It's rarely a one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly. But let's keep going. Another benefit that they emphasize is automated responses.
Okay, automated responses.
So they talk about instantly engaging.
So as soon as someone sends a message?
Yes, yeah. With messages, reactions, mentions.
Gotcha.
Making sure that you never miss a lead.
24/7 availability.
Exactly. Which is appealing, especially for smaller businesses,
Yeah, they might not have a huge team to constantly be monitoring messages.
Yeah, they don't have a big team.
Makes sense.
They have limited resources.
True. Instant responses can be really valuable. I mean, people expect quick service these days, but I do wonder if relying too much on automation could lead to a loss of that personal touch. It's a tricky balance to strike.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You really do have to make sure that the automation feels,
right,
natural and helpful.
Right.
And not robotic and frustrating.
Exactly. You don't want to turn people off.
Right. Their 4th point focuses on saving time and money.
Okay, time and money. Everyone loves that.
They claim that automating things like FAQ responses.
Common questions.
Yeah, and just streamlining that communication can really free up your team.
To focus on bigger picture stuff.
Exactly, to focus on more strategic tasks.
That makes sense, but I do wonder about the cost savings. I mean, sure, automation can streamline things, but doesn't it also cost money to implement and maintain these systems? And you probably still need skilled people to manage it all.
Yeah, so potentially some hidden costs there.
Right, worth considering.
And then finally, they've jumped on the AI craze with ManyChat AI.
Of course, everyone's talking about AI these days.
And they don't really provide much detail on the website.
A bit vague then.
Yeah, but they suggest it enhances user experiences.
It's good that they're acknowledging AI's potential, but I'd like to see concrete examples. How's it actually used in ManyChat? What features are AI-powered? And how does that make them different from their competitors? Just mentioning AI feels a bit like jumping on a trend without showing real value.
I agree. It'd be helpful to understand those practical implications of their AI features.
Definitely.
Now, they do have some testimonials on their site.
Okay, testimonials, always interesting to hear what actual users have to say.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking a quick look at a few of those because hearing from real users, can offer valuable insights.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what they've got to say.
All right, so first up we have Ramina Thaler,
Okay.
a senior producer at U99,
All right.
who worked on a campaign for Nike football.
Nike football. Wow, big name.
Big name, yeah. And they highlight their positive experience
Good to hear.
with ManyChat.
Mm.
And they mention potentially using it in the future for creative social chatbot experiences.
That's interesting. It's encouraging to see positive feedback from someone working with a brand as big as Nike, Suggests ManyChat can handle those large-scale projects. But of course, one testimonial doesn't tell the whole story. We need to look at a wider range of experiences.
Good point. It's just one perspective.
Yeah.
Next, we have Jenna Kutcher,
Okay, Jenna Kutcher.
who is a digital marketing expert with 1 million followers.
Wow, 1 million followers. That's a big audience.
She seems quite enthusiastic.
Okay.
She's claiming that ManyChat changed the game for her business
Change the game, all right.
and allowed her to kind of connect with her followers on a deeper level.
It's great that she found success with the platform. But, her experience might not be universal. She already has that huge audience, and she's a digital marketing expert. Would a smaller business or someone who's newer to marketing see the same results? It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a good point. Context is really key when you're evaluating these testimonials.
Absolutely.
And lastly, we have Teresa Din,
Teresa Din, okay.
a Notion ambassador with 22,000 followers.
All right.
And she raves about ManyChat,
Okay.
driving sales and engagement
The good stuff.
on Instagram, calling it the best thing that ever happened to her business.
The best thing that ever happened. That's high praise. It's wonderful that she had such a positive experience and her enthusiasm is contagious. But again, I want to understand more about her specific strategies. How did she actually use ManyChat to get those results? Success stories are great, but they're more insightful when we understand the how behind them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We don't want to fall into that trap of thinking that there's a magic bullet solution for everyone.
No magic bullets.
No magic bullets.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I think it's worth taking a quick look at the 3 steps ManyChat lays out for getting started.
Yeah, let's hear it. How do they suggest people embark on their chat marketing journey?
So, according to their website,
Okay.
the first step is simple. Sign up for a free trial.
Free trial. Okay. Makes sense. Low-risk way to test it out.
Exactly. You get a feel for the platform before committing to anything.
A free trial is always a good starting point. It lets you explore those features, test the interface, see if it actually fits your needs and how you work. But, don't just scratch the surface during the trial. Really try to build out a basic campaign and see how intuitive that process is.
Yeah, I like that advice. Really put it through its paces.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2, according to ManyChat, is to utilize their template gallery
Template gallery. Okay.
to create a customized chat marketing campaign. They claim you could have it up and running in just 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Sounds almost too good to be true. 15 minutes might be pushing it depending on how complex you want to make your campaign. Templates are helpful as a starting point for sure. But true customization often takes time and careful thought. Don't just plug in your info and hit go. Really take the time to tailor those messages to your specific audience and your brand's voice. Otherwise, you risk sounding generic and impersonal.
That's a great reminder. Automation shouldn't come at the expense of authenticity. And finally, step 3 is all about leveraging those social media channels
Okay.
to generate conversions, sales, and revenue, around the clock. It kind of sounds like they're promoting a set it and forget it approach,
Set it and forget it.
which, as we know, can be tempting. But effective marketing requires that ongoing attention.
Right. Automation can handle those repetitive tasks for sure, but it's not a replacement for human oversight and strategic decision-making. It's crucial to analyze the data, monitor performance and make adjustments as needed. The marketing landscape is constantly changing, so what works today might not work tomorrow, and a hands-off approach can lead to missed opportunities or even negative consequences if things go off track.